Today we're going to be looking at the entirety of the build that I'm running right now in Legend of Mushroom, my whole account set up as an archer in this game. So let's get into it. Let's just start it off by saying that yeah, I'm running an archer and I am a plume monarch, as you can see right here. I'm currently level 145 and this is my current skill setup. So I am running a pretty single target heavy build with a little bit of crowd control only in the form of disarm. This is the setup that's working best for me at the moment, although I could go for something that is going to give me a little bit more leeway to get the boss down if I am suffering just getting killed before I kill the boss. Freeze! Download Legend of Mushroom through Aptoide right now and enjoy bonuses of up to 35%. As you accumulate these bonuses, you'll be able to use them to buy things for you instead of actually using your real money like we are showing right here. All you need to do is go to Google and search for Aptoide, click on the first link that appears and download it. As you download Aptoide, it will install in your device. Once it is installed, go ahead and search for it in your device, and then within it, go ahead and search for Legend of Mushroom. Go ahead and click on Legend of Mushroom within Aptoide and download it and install it in your device. Then head on over to Google Play and search for AppCoins wallet and download it and open it up. Once you have it installed, here you'll be able to see how much bonus you currently have accumulated, and you will also be able to input my promo code Midway5 to be able to go ahead and earn an extra 5% bonus in Legend of Mushroom when buying stuff. There is a guide down in the description and the code is also down here on the screen as well as in the description, so go ahead and get it now and start earning more value for your money. I could go with the Dazzled and set up the skill delay so that Disarm and Dazzled are going to be going one after the other, so I get the maximum CC, in which case I would be taking away the Wild Gust most likely. I've leveled up my Worldly Snare a lot from the Clash, and I've gotten that to a pretty decent level, getting me quite some damage on the skill, as well as increasing my crit damage by a lot. So far, this is giving me quite a big boost in damage, paired together, of course, with Smoke Bomb, and I could never run a build without Clone Strike, right? So, all in all, the only thing that I would change here, if I am, or rather, I was lacking some boss survivability, would be to go ahead and change away the Wild Gust and just put in the Dazzled over there, and then set up my skill delays. Now, in the side of pals, I am running the following. So we got our sprite over here, of course, for some more skills coming off cooldown. We're running with the Treasure Dragon, very aggressive option here with the basic attack damage increased by 50%, and then we got the banana in there for some combo as well as combo damage, mainly just going in for the combo since it's the biggest thing out of these two effects that we are getting. Then we are also running the octopus very aggressively here as well, and finally we are running with the deer. So there's a lot of changes that you could do in this build if you were lacking a little bit of survivability. Could opt into running Snow General. That's something that I've done a lot in the past to reduce the boss's damage into you. I've also run a lot of the Snail when you are struggling a lot with clearing the ads before you get even to the boss. They are killing you a little bit too easy. Running the Snail is going to make your life a lot easier. And lastly, could also even switch to get the chicken over there or even the bird. But the setup that I have right now, I would say it's probably the best overall, straight out for just being offensive. I would only really opt into some more defensiveness, more defensiveness here overall by putting the Snow General into my build. That is to say, if I was going to be removing something out of my build here to put in the Snow General, for example, it would probably be the Treasure Dragon. Everything else is kind of set in stone, and maybe even the octopus if you're gonna be opting for even more defenses. Hey there, just 2 seconds. Just want to let you know that I got a second channel right now fully dedicated to Raid Shadow Legends. So if you're interested in that game, there's gonna be a link down in the description to go ahead and find my new channel. I just started it, and it's basically brand new, has no subscribers. So if you like my content over here in this channel and you would like to support me, also please go ahead to the channel, drop a sub and a like in some of the videos, and I would really appreciate it. Now let's move on to my statue setup here real quick, which is just going to be straight up just global combo damage. I very recently got this full page finally done, And if you are not able to get triple S, well, what I was running before that, it was just double S, right? I've been trying to build a triple S global attack build here just to see a bit of a comparison, but overall for archers it's just going to be full global combo, and that's pretty much going to be the go-to. Stat wise, I am of course going for crit rate and combo, although my stats are a little bit all over the place right now because I've been simply leveling up my gear. It's been lacking a lot of stats in general. It's been falling behind a lot with my current level, so I got a bit of a mix here, but overall those are the two stats you want to be going: crit rate and combo. Everything else you'd rather go for evasion if you cannot get crit rate and combo in the same item, so evasion would be ideal. Maybe some regeneration, those are always welcome, right? So you can see a bit of that mix that I have right here. You might see some other stuff like this one, which is definitely terrible. You don't want any skill crit in there. Crit and combo ideally over on every single piece, and if that's not possible, again, some regeneration and some evasion are gonna be your best friends. Now moving on to the talents, I've been running the following setup. So I got a little bit of everything, right, as you are supposed to do right now in the current state of talents, right? So I've been branching out from the healing side of things in pretty much every single tree except the archery one, and that is because I was really looking for some more defenses. Honestly, I was looking for some of the healing nodes everywhere I could find them, and in the meantime I went for anything that was a little bit defensive, some base defense everywhere, some healing here and there, right? The healing is gonna help you a goddamn lot simply to really just get over there, right? So we got some healing nodes over here with the combos going on. At this point on my archery set, I'm kind of just done, so I am going finally for the Gale Barrage node. That's gonna take me a lot of the items to get there, right? But I'm getting these two nodes, Ignore Evasion and Ignore Stun. They are really expensive at this point, but you kind of have to get to this point eventually, right? Because it's gonna be increasing your combo damage by a lot, so you really want that. But before I ever got into trying to finally get to that node, I really again just spread out all my talents and went for anything that gave me a little bit of healing. As you can see, something like it's gonna be giving me skill damage. I don't want that. I went for some active skill regen over here because it's pretty cheap and always welcome. Crit versus bonus where I can get it. You cannot go into the other sides unless you go to the end node. That's something they changed at some point, so you cannot like get everything from every node, like get all the cheap ones like this one, for example. I would go for that one if I could, but that's changed now. And in the tame beast side of things, I went for again some defensiveness. Anything that's really got to do with PAL over here, PAL damage, PAL crit, not interested. Evasion could be something that I opt into. This is pretty cheap as well, so might also get that one before I even go a little bit farther into the other node. We got some healing over here and some base attack, so that is the setup right now. I might go for this evasion simply because it's gonna be so cheap, and after that I'm just gonna go for the full Gale Barrage node right here. In the souls, I am running the following setup, so we basically got every single pink soul at this point, and these are the ones that I leveled up the most. So we are really looking to level up the combo damage and boss damage. Soul first and foremost is going to be your biggest upgrade overall. Both of those stats are insanely useful to you. Then you will want to go for some defensiveness. For example, this one is one of the better ones that I could have gotten, with some healing over here as a legendary affix, I think I called. We got some global HP and regen bonus here as well. Then we're going to go for some defenses, which again, they're all going to be welcome at some point. Same thing with here, we're going to be getting some global attack, also very important, as well as that healing rate. And then we also got some of this crit damage bonus on this one. Everything else I've kind of like really left a little bit out a little bit there. So we got the basic attack damage, which I was looking into putting some points now because it's also been left behind, but we don't really care about the skill damage at all. Then on this one, well, we got the crit vest bonus, which is not too bad either for some defensiveness, but we are going to be getting some PAL stuff over there, which we don't care about. And finally, this one is straight up just garbage for us, counter damage and PAL damage. We don't care about this one, right? So I would level up first and foremost the one that's going to be giving you the combo damage here and the boss damage. Then I would go for the global attack and healing rate. Then I would go for the HP and HP regen, then defenses, and finally put some points into the crit damage bonus and to the basic attack damage here, and finally the crit vest bonus. That is my prio. I am leveling them all the way to 40 because at this point they're starting to cost a lot. and you can go higher than that, but I would advise to spread it out a little bit at some point, because you will want to get some more defenses before just going ham into the attacks, since you are going to be getting a lot more levels out of your mats instead of just pushing one single soul a little bit too far. On my relics, this is what I'm running. I am getting some combo over here because it's pretty low, but you would also naturally go for some crit rate if you have a lot of combo. You want to be keeping your crit rate and combo about somewhere with between like 50% crit rate and as high as combo as you can. If you got over I don't know, 60% crit rate, then I would then like switch to the combo mask, but again, you'd rather just run any of those. Both are great. Then I would always run Thundercolor Kite here. It's going to give you the most damage. It's probably just straight out the best one here. Just by using those skills, you're going to be getting some extra damage procs. Then we are running here with the immunity book for the bossing side of things. If you're going to be doing PvP, you go for the flame book. There's no more options over here. Then we are just getting a little bit of extra damage here on our octopus, because I'm running that one at the moment. If I am switching to the sprite, I would then switch to the blue snowflake. And then we got the time statue, always going to be running this one. Extended duration effects on Disarm, Dazzle, and Smoke Bomb. I am running Disarmed and Smoke Bomb right now, so you will always love to have this one. And then, as I mentioned, you could also run Dazzled alongside Disarm to get some more boss CC. So in this case, the time statue is always going to be getting you the most value. And finally, we got the Storm Necklace, just so we got that extra damage on our Clone Strike. It's always very nice. And in the middle one, the better, or the Spore Relic rather, we're going to be running with the Potent Spore, because it's going to be increasing all the other relic effects by 30%, and as you can see, all the other relic effects are really damn powerful for archers, so the Potent Spore is going to be your best friend, right? I gotta really level up this one a little bit more. Avians, I only have really one Avian that I'm using, and that is basically because it's the best one that I could ever get. We got super attack on this one, global basic attack increase, and then we also have a super crowd combo, giving me 12% global combo, as well as then rage bonus, which is going to be giving me some crit damage bonus. Those are all insane affixes. We are also running it on the darkness glow pal, which is going to be giving me some basic attack damage increase every 16 seconds and reducing the target's damage resistance by 15%, also dealing some combo damage whenever this is going to be triggering, right? So just some very nice buffs we always like, basic attack damage, as well as reducing the enemy's defenses. So this is pretty much the best kind of pal you can get out there. I am not too sure if you could find anything else that's better. There might be some from some of the collaboration events, but for now, I've really not gotten too deep into those, and I don't think anybody else is really running something else. So yeah, my 2 cents is go ahead and get yourself this one. It's going to be the easiest one to get. It's just one of the base pals, and try to get these 3 affixes on them. My star array looks like this at the moment, and it's not the best that I could get, but it's what it's working for me. So we are running with the main Lord of Champions here as the main skill. Thunderstorm dealing some damage and also stunning the target, right? So that's really what we're looking for here. Now we also got some other stuff here, increasing the base energy speed regen by 8% for a few seconds, and then we finally have some increase on attack for 5 seconds, right? So we are just getting some buffs and a little bit of a stun as well as some damage on our main skill. Then on the developing array, we just got some random stuff. This doesn't really matter too much. Now ideally, what I would want to be running on my main skill would be the the genie over here, the Genie of Wishes, which is going to be giving you some 4% up to, what is it, like, you can level up this quite a little bit and just straight up get, what is it, I don't know if it's 4, 6, 8% more attack and however much defense forever, basically, for the entire battle. So this is the best effect you can potentially get. I think you could buy this one for a little while. I'm not too sure if it's still active in the shop. So if you want to be doing a little bit of an investment, that is always worth it. It's somewhere. If I can scroll down here, yeah, you can go ahead and find it over here. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to pull it randomly. So yeah, I think 50 bucks over here, it's definitely worth for getting that one. I'm not gonna be doing it, but honestly, yes, it is the best one you can basically use as the main skill over there. As my awakening, this is what I am prioritizing. I got my attack all the way up to 20. I got a lot of global HP. Also wanted to survive, just straight up, just survive a lot more. Put some more points into basic attack attack and combo damage here. This one got actually buffed quite a little bit, so that's why I really focused a lot more. Then I'm putting some points now into global defense as well as crit burst bonus, because I'm lacking some defense. And finally, I neglected a little bit of my crit damage bonus, but I will also be putting some points into that one at some point in time. On the tech park, you gotta basically get everything. At some point, you'll just get here and just farm literally everything. Yeah, you're not really gonna have any prio when it comes to base HP, base attack, or base defense. You want them all, so at some point, yeah, just kind of like balance them all out and get them as much as you can. And when it comes to artifacts, well, if you can get yourself a hand on the free one here on the hammer, you can basically get it off of this event. If you accumulate 500 on the lucky spinner, 500 of the coins, you can just guarantee to get yourself these for free. Basically, you can just save them up between events, and eventually once you get to 500, you are guaranteed, if you just go ahead and draw a lot of this, to get the reward, right? So I'm gonna be doing this on the Emerald Embrace, but yeah, you should be doing it first and foremost on the hammer. And then on the mount side of things, I would recommend you to first of all get yourself the Pyre Breaker of the free events, right? Like you go to the rush events and you accumulate some of the Skyrider passes if you are able to win those in your server. And then first and foremost, buy the Pyre Breaker. It's going to be giving you a massive crit rate boost, and it's going to serve you very well in PvE. And then if you want something a little bit more aggressive for PvP, you would want to go for the Adapto Slime or even the Cloud Drifter. The Cloud Drifter really just being a massive nuke, whereas the Adapto Slime is going to be giving you that shield, which is going to be quite nice for PvP as well as PvE, but it's mainly really going to be useful for PvP, where things are a little bit more just nukey, right? Like you can survive off a boss by properly setting up some stuns, but honestly, I think the Adapto Slime is just overall better, but it's going to be costing you triple the amount, right? So if you want to be buying something, rather buy the Pyre Breaker first. That is my 2 cents. And on the enchantment side of things, I've got the following setup. I'm going for global combo damage anywhere that I can find it. That is basically it. If I can get some global combo damage in there, I'm going to be trying to level it up as much as I can. This one, for example, is one that I would be changing if I could. Otherwise, stun is always nice, ignore evasion is nice. You just want something that is useful overall together with the global combo damage. So something like global counter damage is completely ignorable, right? I don't care about this one at all. Skill damage resistance, always nice, right? So if it's a resistance, I would take it. It's all going to be a matter of getting some global combo damage in there. Some stun, some launch is always going to be nice as well. Some resistances as always. Skill, if it's damage like skill crit, again, totally negligible, not worth at all. Ignore evasion, also nice. Boss damage, also nice, but it's really all about getting some good global combo damage, level it up as much as you can, and then if you can get something nice alongside it, like what I was mentioning, some resistances, some stun, some launch, those are going to be your go-to. Just try to block off stuff that's going to be totally useless when you are leveling up your stuff here by, I don't know, I cannot really show you right now, it will take a little while, but yeah, just use the whole system of leveling up the enchantments over here with your potions and stuff, and block off the affixes you don't want, and try to level up that global combo damage as much as possible. And that is basically my entire build. I'm not gonna get into any pay to win stuff. I could advise you, again, as I mentioned, to get the back attachment that is totally free. This one, the Emerald Embrace, is gonna be better than having no back attachment, right? So if you are able to save up a lot of those coins for the lucky spinner, go ahead and get this one as well as the hammer. Otherwise, this would be my entire build as it is right now. Let me know if there's any questions you might have still, and that is going to be it for now, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. See ya.